Today we're going to be talking about two types of energy, kinetic and potential energy. So let's take a look at what these energies mean. First, kinetic energy, abbreviated by KE, is energy based on an object due to it being in motion. Motion being the key word. Now this means if your dog is chasing a squirrel out back, it's in motion. It has kinetic energy due to its motion. Next, potential energy, abbreviated by PE. This is energy based on an object and its ability of motion due to its position. Position being the key word. And also keep in mind the ability of motion. That is potential energy. This can mean if I'm holding my marker above the ground, due to its position above the ground and due to gravity, if I were to let go, it would fall. So, that is potential energy. So, I'm going to show you a couple examples here. This is a pendulum. If you're holding the ball up on the pendulum, as shown here, I'm holding it up, and due to its position of being up in the air, this would be what? It would be potential energy. PE. Now if I'm going to let go of that ball, and it's going to swing down, the swinging motion, what's that? Kinetic energy due to motion. Capital K-E. The next example here is a spring pulled apart. If I pull a spring apart, we all know the springs, how they work. I'm pulling it apart, and due to its position of being pulled, that is potential energy. Now if I let go of that spring, what's it do? It moves back. It springs back into its original form. So, that motion shows kinetic energy because it's in motion. The third example here is an apple tree. An apple is hanging from a small little twig on the tree, and due to its position of being above ground and gravity wanting to pull it down, the apple in the tree has the position above the ground, which makes it potential energy. Now if that twig would to break and to fall, this falling motion to the ground would be kinetic energy because it's in motion. Now the last example here is a ball on top of a hill. This ball on top of the hill, it's not moving, but it is sitting on a slope, and we all know how if something's on top of a hill, it wants to roll down. So due to its position, it has potential energy, the potential to move. Now if a gust of wind comes and knocks the ball down, it is going to roll down the hill. That rolling, we know, is motion, so it's kinetic energy. Now this is potential and kinetic energy. Kinetic, just remember, kinetic is motion, and potential energy is just the position allowing it. It's going to give the ability to do motion. So that is potential and kinetic energy.